We acknowledge and pay our respects to the Boon Wurrung and Woi Wurrung Wurundjeri peoples of the Kulin Nation people, the traditional custodians of the land on which we are virtually gathered today. We pay our respects to their elders, past, present, and emerging, and acknowledge all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders here today. Hi everyone, bonjour! Just a quick video to say a very warm and happy birthday to Talent Punk, who is 1 year old, or rather 1 year young today. Thank you Olivier for making this happen. Today I thought I'd share with you a little video because I won't be able to join you on Friday morning since I'll be teaching. By the way, I'm still waiting for you to my class. Yes, come to class. With everything that's happening in the world, I thought I'd share with you a little meditation that you can utilize at any time you want and treat it like a tool that you take with you when you need it, even when you don't need it, so we're always prepared. So make yourself super comfy wherever you are. If you are not driving, close down the eyes and only let the breath lead the mind. As you inhale, feel how you expand. As you exhale, feel how you soften. And when you are ready, we'll inhale for a count of 4. We'll hold for a count of 4. We'll exhale for a count of 4. And again, we hold for a count of 4. So when you're ready, inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale from 1 to 4. Gentle pause at the top. Exhale from 4 to 1. Gentle pause at the bottom. We'll do it twice more. In for 4. Hold. Out for 4. Hold. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to your natural breath. You can keep your eyes closed. So this breath is called the Four Corners breath. Some people also call it the box breathing. And if you need to, you can also use your hand to go as a square. If you need to open your eyes, you can do it now. You inhale for 4, you hold for 4, you exhale for 4, and you hold for 4. You may think of it as spring as you inhale, summer as you exhale, autumn as you pause, as you exhale, and in winter as you hold. or any season, anything that is fall, you can use that as well. Anyway, I hope you can use that. This breathing helps dramatically everyone, whether it's anxiety, stress, depression, or just sick and tired of these restrictions that we have at the moment. Please use it. At first, you don't have to like it. You don't have to have an opinion over it. Just try for a little bit and then see with time if there's an impact over your life. Box breathing, four corners breath. If you're not too sure, have a look online and hopefully you get to breathe for longer and deeper. And remember one thing, the longer we breathe, the longer we live. And the better we breathe, the better we live, the better we feel. Simple. I'll show you my dog. This is Mowgli. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm doing this video from my bed. Not very professional, sorry. But it's winter, hibernation, right? Thank you guys. À bientôt. Ciao.
How beautiful was this intro for Wendy. Wendy, we love you. Welcome to Talent Bank's special first birthday edition. Wow, it's already been a year of adventure, and I don't know about you, but for me, it's been a year of bliss. Talent Bank was born out or thanks to COVID. The purpose all along was to showcase talents from all over the world. That was my dream. Explore their life, celebrate their beauty, inspiration, fights, and hope. And we have done that. So let's start. First person I really wanted to have back on the show is Robbie Pitts. Robbie, how are you? You're on mute, my friend. Yeah.
Is that better?
That's much better. So
yeah,
Robbie,
lovely to be back on. And
yeah, so it's amazing to have you back because when we had you on the show, so you were in our second show. It was about America. We feel you, and you're an Aussie who was living in LA. You came back to Melbourne because of all the crap that was happening, and you're back in LA. How is LA's life after a year?
Pretty good. I got back to the US at, I think it was March 19th, and I was up in the Bay Area in San Francisco. And yeah, there were still obviously more restrictions, and COVID was definitely still very apparent. But over the number of months until now, and I've been back in LA probably 6 weeks now, it's been a noticeable change. The restrictions here actually just eased off, and they've considered that I think you can not wear a mask anywhere, and that's not enforced anymore. So it's pretty much well and truly open up.
Yeah.
But a lot of people still wear their masks. Let's say if you go into a grocery store, a supermarket, pretty much everyone, most people I've noticed, even though they don't have to, still wear a mask. And yeah, I pretty much just wear a mask when I go inside to places, outdoors when I go skating or whatnot. Yeah, I usually don't wear a mask anymore.
Yeah, because
I just suppose if it's depending on the scenario.
I don't know if a lot of people knows you, but we've got a little 2-minute things about you, and people will understand what is your passion. So Craig, when you're ready. yeah. Do you want to tell us a bit about this video?
Yeah, sure. The film's called Full Spiral, and it was probably about a 2-year project that I'd worked on, all in LA. Funnily enough, ended up releasing it just as I came back to LA this year in March. But yeah, essentially it's all centralized around rollerblading, inline skating in Los Angeles. And yeah, it's just mostly it features me skating, and my skating generally has more of a kind of dance theatrical approach, where I kind of come up with playful movements, you know, throughout different like urban and cityscapes and spaces that I tend to skate. Overall, I would say it's a pretty fun kind of picture. So I've got a lot of very nice feedback from it. So it's been a great release, given the fact that I had sort of worked on this so intensely for so long. So yeah, but yeah, I should say the whole thing obviously features me skating, but the film itself is directed and edited by myself as well.
Nice, nice. And how is the life back in LA? Did you find back all your friends and the life you had before, or I think it's changed a bit?
In a lot of ways, kind of similar. One of the great things was, like, in some ways, I found most of last year being in Melbourne with all of the extreme lockdowns was quite an isolated experience, and definitely from like my friends and whatnot. The great thing about it was I got to spend the most amount of time with my mum and my stepdad.
Yeah.
And then outside of the lockdown, obviously seeing all the rest of my family, my sister, my nonna, my dad, my grandmother, and my friends. But coming back here was so fantastic, because I just got to reconnect with so many friends who I hadn't seen for close to about 1.5 years at that point. And yeah, it's been really lovely. So many people just welcome me back with open arms, and the warmth and love of the skating community here particularly, it's been great. So it's kind of just been a slow little upwards trajectory, but now things are kind of coming back to normal, so to speak. And yeah, I feel like my life as I had it before is resuming a kind of a sort of a normality, but in a different way.
Nice. Well, I invite you, everyone to follow you on Insta and to have a look at this clip, because it's 10 minutes. It's on YouTube. So Robbie Pitts on Insta, and I wish you the best, mate. And hopefully I'm going to meet you one day, because we didn't have the chance.
Yeah, I know. I know. I wish we got to. Is your son still skating at all?
Yeah, a little bit. He's learning. So it would have been amazing to have some private lessons from you. And yeah, so hey, all the best in LA. I wish your modeling career as well takes off again. If it's not with Gucci, it's gonna be with another brand. Keep filming, keep being a free spirit. We love you, buddy. And I think you're going to work now, so
I appreciate it.
See you, buddy.
Yeah, but I also want to say congratulations on 1 year. That's awesome, and really happy that you've created this whole thing in this time and connected with people. So it's an awesome thing.
Thank you, mate. All right, let's move on. Let's move on.
Bye, everyone.
We have now Cristina Zenato from the Bahamas. We're traveling again, LA, Bahamas. How are you, Cristina? I don't know if you're on mute.
I'm good, thank you. Just finished my day.
You did finish your day. So shark day again today. So yes.
It was a shark day, and there were 3 hooks removed in 1 and 2 dives.
Well, we're gonna see some stuff, a video from you before, Greg. I just wanna. You know what I forgot? I forgot what it would have been good. And you told me that on the show last year. So is for you to bring your your outfit, how do you call that?
Mhm.
Your suit, and I completely forgot, but that's okay. If you want to do that.
That's fine. I have it in my closet.
You have? Can we show it?
Yeah.
Can we show your video now, and then when
Mhm.
you come back, maybe you show us your suit? This video is beautiful. So we had you on the show last year in September. That was Talent Purposefully on the Edge, which is and you're a shark expert, conservationist. What has happened in the past, let's say, 6 months for you and your life with sharks and all the COVID things happening as well?
Well, my life with sharks was changed a little during the lockdown. The southern point in the Bahamas actually forbid people from going to the beach and on the boat. I think it was maybe the most brutal summer I ever lived here. There's not much else, and to fight the heat is just, there was no relief. So the sharks were out there by themselves for a few months, but I'm not worried about that. but then I start going back, and now we're kind of like back into seeing each other almost on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
And so obviously that to me was just, it has, you know, turned into a good feeling. It's very hard to convey to people, but for me it's like if somebody said, okay, now you need to keep your dogs in, you know, 3 months isolation, you can't visit them. And it's the same kind of feeling if I can bring that, or your cat or your horse or whatever your you know, your pet head could be your husband. But for me, it was the same kind of separation, emotional separation from the sharks. And obviously you worry, you know, they're okay, are they good? And so now I actually went back, and today we actually had 2 more dives, and it was cool to see all of my girls there. On the second dive, I actually counted all of my girls plus a couple of new ones or so. It's been, COVID was interesting for me. I was just listening to Robbie when he said, oh, my life is going back to normal. And COVID changed, obviously, the way in a certain way, the way I approach life. I didn't change my life. I'm still on the island. I'm still diving. I'm still doing my research and exploration in caves and sharks. But it definitely changed my outlook on certain concepts, and definitely on how I want to move this one forward. I think I got a little bit lost into was a little bit what society had told me. Oh, you need to plan for your future, you're getting old, you need to think about this, you need to think about that. And then during COVID, there was a lot of pressure and a lot of stress that went away. Regardless of the fact that I was without work and without income, I actually had less stress and a more peaceful mind. And I realized I'm 50. I realized that this kind of work that I'm doing, I might have 10, 15 years under my belt of good, strong ones, hopefully maybe 20, but it's counting. It's not when I started at 22, when you went, 22, you don't even see the horizon. You just think you have all the time in the world. At 50, you start thinking, okay, how many years can I, you know, move tanks and carry gear and walk around with, you know, 60, 70, 80 pounds of additional gear on my body? How many times can I be out on the boat? And so COVID was for me actually very positive, in the sense that it gave me an idea exactly. It made me, it reminded me of why I started this at 22, and it fueled it with the same intensity. And so I decided it's gonna, like, I have obviously health forbid and all of this, I could slip and fall and, you know, not be here tomorrow. But like, let's say everything goes well, 10 to 15 years. And COVID kind of refueled that focus. It's like, oh, okay, I can see that horizon again. So all in all, it actually was a pretty interesting evolution.
And you've got someone helping you as well. So I'll mention him because he was mentioned in the movie. It's Kevin. So Kevin is working full time with you, or is he the next generation carrying on the flag? And
Kevin, Kevin is the next generation carrying on what I'm doing. Kevin is understanding and feeling not only with the sharks, but also with the caves. So is a dive partner as well as a life partner. So definitely someone that I hope will keep doing this once maybe I can do it in an active manner. But yes, he's been now 4 years. So I train him for cave diving. We do quite a lot of exploration together. As you can see, you know, if I'm behind the camera, he's in front, and if I'm in front of the camera, he's behind it. So absolutely quite a lot of help, yes.
how has been the ocean and the, I guess, the mangrove without human activities? Have you seen a big difference in, even in the animals, you know, behavior, the sharks' behaviors? But have you seen that, you know, it's good not to have human?
Yes and no to a certain extent. So remember, Grand Bahama Island was demolished by Hurricane Dorian back in 2019, September 2019. So there are still parts of the island where the mangroves are recovering or struggling to recover. But in the areas that were not touched by destruction, like the reef in front where I go with the sharks, I actually noticed very much an improvement in the health, in the presence, in a variety of fish. And up to the moment where we're now so open to tourism, because we're completely open, there was actually less hooks. So when I went back in the water to the sharks, there was like maybe 1 or 2 hooks here and there. Yesterday we were diving and there must have been like a dozen hooks. So I removed already 5 or 6 and there's more. So obviously as the humans come back and activities resume, yes, it's good for the economy, but I start seeing some of the differences. For definitely where the humans have been missing, I noticed quite a lot of health into the environment. So kind of, good in a way. It's finding the right balance, right? Everybody needs to work and everybody needs to do certain things. And where do we put that level of saying, okay, we maybe stop at these numbers, or we stop at this amount of license, or we stop at this amount of activities. That is, I think, something maybe we need to consider in the future.
And I had a question, but sorry, my cat was just trying to bother me.
That's okay. I have 3 dogs that keep disturbing me.
It went away. Oh, your suit. Do you have your suit, Andy, just to for us? Wow, how heavy is that?
It's about 20 pounds, 10 kilos.
10 kilos.
Stainless steel. It's basically the same material as a medieval chain.
Oh, wow.
But there's a special machine from the 1905 that is fed stainless steel, and it creates sheets of chainmail. But then these 2 amazing guys in Canada actually stitch it together. And this is one of the things that I found is so fascinating about the suit is I call it my liquid metal, because it's metal, but it can actually be complete. It doesn't stretch.
Oh, wow.
But it's completely, foldable. I think that the best representation is actually shaped like a giant pajama. So when I wear it, it looks like a onesie. But the magic that they create is that they create something metal that is absolutely super flexible. I'm absolutely in awe of how these guys work with the suit. The suit is what I call the seat belt. It's a seat belt that you wear when you drive a car. You don't expect to hit a lamppost every time you go driving, hopefully not. But in case you were to hit the lamppost, you have a seatbelt on. So if you look all throughout the video, there's all sketches from many different dives in that video. The sharks are surrounding me. It's not that they're constantly biting everywhere. I also do that exercise at the end. Is actually an exercise of trust that I do with my students, the people that come to do this with me. And the sharks, so some of them, they have 3 things to learn. I tell them you have to trust the sharks, that they're not there to hurt you. They have to trust the chainmail that is there to help you as the barrier that drops the barrier between you and the sharks. And a little bit, you have to trust me. I have 28 years experience in this, and I'm your shortcut into your encounter. And so some of them, they're kind of like, yeah, I trust you. And when I tell them reach out, they kind of like, yeah, I'm not afraid. And they keep the hands like this. So one of the trust exercises I make them do is open their hands, close their eyes, and spin. And what happens is the sharks actually interact with the body of the person as if part of their environment. Is just very much an understanding and connection. A lot of people say, well, why are you wearing the suit then? Is, like I said, is just wearing a seatbelt when you drive a car.
Yeah.
And I also do, part of the video showed, like I reach down into their mouth and remove hooks. So obviously come very in close contact with their teeth, which are sharp.
Yeah, so you need some protection somewhere.
Yes.
Before we leave you to have dinner and to your island, do you have a message for us as human, and as we say, a message in a bottle that you want to send to everyone?
My message doesn't go in a bottle. My message is cast in the water like a little stone and creates a ripple effect.
Nice.
I do believe in the power of one. I do believe that each one of us has the power to make a difference. Sometimes we think that it might not do that difference, but we do not realize who are the people that we affect in the world through the ripple effect. So sometimes when we feel that the world is unjust, when the world is mean, when maybe we think that there's no more hope, We need to keep doing what we want to do, which is removing, you know, one shark hook at a time, or pick up a little piece of garbage, or say a kind word to someone on the street as they pass by, and realize that that has an effect. My mom taught me a long time ago. I was a kid, and I remember I was eating a candy, and I threw the wrapper on the ground, and she said, well, she says, what are you doing? I'm like, she said, pick it up. And I'm like, but Mom, there's no trash can. And I said, she said, well, you put it in your pocket. When you find a trash can, you put it in the trash can. And I said, but it's just a piece of paper. And she said, yes. I said, it's just a piece of paper. I said, imagine if all the people on this road in this exact moment said, it's just a piece of paper. She said, we'll be wading waist deep in just a piece of paper. And that was very much a lesson, right? I will never make a difference, say 8 billion people. So instead of waiting for someone else to make a difference, we are the ones that need to make the difference, because we are together, we can unite and do that.
This is absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much, Cristina. Thank you for connecting with us. Thank you for being part of the family. You've always been there when I asked you, every time I contacted you, and I love it. And thank you. I love that. I wish everyone to follow you. We'll pop your details, Instagram, in the chat. And
thank you so much, Oliver. Hope to connect again.
Year. Thank you. All right. I'm not sure if we've got Janelle, Jane Williams, a woman in nuclear, but I was hoping maybe she's not popping from Jamaica, but if she's here, please unmute and show yourself. If not, we're gonna see a little video. Oh, Janelle, hello.
Hi, I'm still at work, so.
Oh, you're still at work.
Background. Hi, how are you guys?
I'm really good. We haven't seen each other for such a long time as well. So
it's been a while.
So it's been, we were talking about conservation, we were talking about indigenous heritage, and you were on the show, I think it was in October last year, Janelle Williams. I want you to define for everyone again, women in nuclear. Why we call you women in nuclear, or you call yourself women in nuclear?
Yes, because I actually utilize nuclear science to sort of protect the environment. A lot of times when people think about nuclear, you think solely about power reactors. But here in Jamaica, what we're doing is utilizing a research reactor to kind of investigate our environment and sort of help the stakeholders not only understand what's going on, but probably even can put in measures for mitigation. So we've studied stuff from studying the terrestrial soils, understanding how heavy metals are distributed, looking at marine sediments to kind of understand how our coastal environment is either polluted, what areas need to be protected. And, you know, it kind of gives us a greater understanding of what's going on. So nuclear science kind of spans beyond that. So as one of the few women in nuclear in this region and even globally, it's kind of cool, I think.
And you and Cristina know each other.
Yes.
You guys are connected. Do you want to tell us a bit about the connection?
Yes. Incidentally, I met Cristina originally from Google stalking her because I admired her work so much. She's very respected in the field as a great diver, as most people would have known. If you watch her videos, you can't help but be in awe of her. So I actually sent her an email, just a cold email, introducing myself, you know, telling her how much I liked her work, and she responded. And from then we just kind of connected. She actually trained me to become a rescue diver, which is actually really good for the work that I do, since I do a lot of marine science here. So from then we've kind of connected, and then being island women, we have a lot in common, similar interests. So yeah, Cristina is awesome.
You were so on our show in October last year. What do you think about the show? And be honest, and what did you get out of it? What was the experience for you? That's probably the better word.
Well, for me, on our show, we actually had, I think it's about 5 of us.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things we left there understanding is that though we're all in different fields, we all had basically at the core the same interests. We went about it differently, whether through conservation or law or partnering with wilderness communities or pursuing through arts like Roger. It's like we all did it differently, but at the heart of it all, we were all like equally passionate about the environment, passionate about the things that we needed to do to make things better. And so that was one of the things that was exciting. Incidentally, it's one of the things I've learned since COVID. I had the opportunity to really meet a lot of people outside of Jamaica, outside of the Caribbean, who were pretty much the same. And you wouldn't have had the opportunity to meet them without the podcast or without social media. So that was probably one of the best things about the program. And you kind of pulling that together was interesting. I mean, how else are you going to meet someone who, you know, connects with the environment through music and someone who does it through nuclear and have them in the same space? You know, I mean, that's kind of one of the cool things about your podcast. I think you kind of pull people from varying backgrounds and put them in the same space, and it kind of showcases what we all are supposed to consider, that no matter how different we are, we actually have quite a lot of similar interests.
Just a quick check on how is Jamaica with, you know, that COVID world, or after COVID or during COVID, what has changed now, and how is the island going?
Well, right now they're thinking of opening up more stuff. So effective July 1, our curfew will be extended. For a long time, we had to be home by 8 or 9 o'clock during the week. We'll get a chance to stay out until 11 p.m. They're considering the opening of the entertainment sector to kind of allow more parties and people to go to movies. It's a risky move because our population isn't
Vaccinated?
is not vaccinated. Not also people have been vaccinated, so it's risky.
Yeah.
But I can understand the economic side of it. So it's kind of really hard to make a decision because unlike a lot of the developed countries, our economy is driven through stuff like tourism, which is tied to the entertainment sector. So if you shut that off, it becomes a disaster in one respect. So it's difficult, but I think they're trying their best. We do have vaccinations going on. I'm happy that myself and my family were covered. So, you know, it's getting there. It's not perfect, but, you know, we're going.
Fantastic. A message to finish or to leave us with?
Well, first of all, happy 1-year anniversary.
Yeah,
I mean, this is
thank you.
some time flies. It's crazy. When you messaged me, I was like, wow, it's 1 year already. But outside of that, I keep doing, look at that.
Yeah, I haven't lit it yet.
Nice. But keep doing what you're doing. Keep pulling people together from different backgrounds, different areas. I think it's something that we all need to tap into. It's always great to meet new people, but even better to meet people that you wouldn't have normally been connected with, who, you know, you can keep talking to, because I still check in with Roger on his photos on both LinkedIn and Instagram, and they're really impressive to see. And prior to that podcast, I'd never seen them. So I look forward to seeing what your show develops over the years to come.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Ubuntu to you. Thank you so much. Craig, when you're ready, we're going to have a little watch to a video to a person who's not going to be with us because in Kenya it's quite late in the morning, and her name is Liz Ogumbo, and yeah, we love you, Liz.
C'est pas de trance, sans besoin, la bouche blanche, ce monde de miel. Chérie, montre-moi, dis-moi que je suis ton bonheur. Que sur cette terre, la vie n'a pas de sens sans moi. Que dans les yeux après, il n'y aura toujours pas mieux. Je suis ta vie, ta mort, ta faiblesse et ta force. La vérité est vilaine. Écoute, c'est juste pas mon truc. C'est pas mon truc. Elles disent tout, je suis bête. Ils trompent, ils mentent, ils trichent, il me fait mal. Jalouse, c'est sûr, aigrie et toute seule. Mon marabout m'assure, il les aira toutes les autres. Oh, qui est bon mon nom, oh, qui est doux mon nom, oh, qui est fort mon nom, mon nom. Oh, qui est bon mon nom, oh, qui est doux mon nom, oh, qui est fort mon nom, mon nom. Magique comme il faut, mentor comme il faut, tricheur comme il faut. Magique comme il faut, mentor comme il faut, tricheur comme il faut. Ils disent tout, on t'offre mieux que lui. Ils offrent mariage, maison et trône de reine. Ils ont tous les et faibles, ils ne savent rien du tout. Mon marabout a vu mariage à l'horizon. Chérie, montre-moi, dis-moi que je suis ton bonheur. Que sur cette terre, la vie n'a pas de sens sans moi. Que dans les yeux après, il n'y aura toujours pas mieux. Je suis ta vie, ta mort, ta faiblesse et ta force. La vérité est vilaine. Écoute, c'est juste pas mon truc. C'est pas mon truc. Oh, qui est bon mon nom, oh, qui est doux mon nom, oh, qui est fort mon nom, mon nom. Oh, qui est bon mon nom, oh, qui est doux mon nom, oh, qui est fort mon nom, mon nom. Magique comme il faut, mentor comme il faut, tricheur comme il faut. Magique comme il faut, mentor comme il faut, tricheur comme il faut. Oh, qui est bon mon nom, oh, qui est doux mon nom, oh, qui est fort mon nom, mon nom. Oh, qui est bon mon nom, oh, qui est doux mon nom, oh, qui est fort mon nom, mon nom. Magique comme il faut, mentor comme il faut, tricheur comme il faut. Magique comme il faut, mentor comme il faut, tricheur comme il faut.
Yes, a singer, songwriter, fashion designer. Yeah, we love you, Liz. I don't know if anyone sees me. Can you hear me, everyone? Yeah, all good? Cool. Let's continue the show. And now we have, I'd like to have a chat with Giovanni. Giovanni Ticini. How are you, Giovanni?
I'm good, Holly. How are you?
I'm really, really good. Giovanni, you were on our show Ichigo Ichi last year. And we talked about one moment, one time, and one place. You are a professor, but you are as well a music composer, sorry. And we've got the privilege, and we'll show that in a few minutes, to show you a new video, which is called Between the Diaphragm and the Cranium. Can you tell us a bit about because you've got a new album out, and you're releasing a song, I think every week, or you're trying to release, yeah. And tell us a bit about that journey and this new album.
Yep, thanks, Holly. So this, actually, the album is fully released now. I've been releasing a new song every second week for 5 weeks. And now the album is fully released, and the title is Mount Analog. And this is an instrumental composition, and it's dedicated to a book that I found, and one of the most amazing book I ever read. And I suggest everybody to read this book. Is actually, I have it here with me, this little booklet by a French author, René Daumaul. It's called Mount Analog.
Yeah.
And it's a book that I've read maybe 5-6 times in my life, and is a very special because can be read, of course, at different level.
Yeah.
And I found inspiration for my new album and composition from reading this book and the notes I took.
What's the story of the book?
Well, the story, the story, it is a metaphor, and it's a metaphor of like the path we might want to follow to reach the higher plane, let's say enlightenment or self-realization, but it's told in the story of a group of gentlemen or gentle person. There's also a couple of women, sorry for that, that from France decide to go and explore. The idea is that there is somewhere in the world a secret mountain, Mount Analog, which is impossible to be seen by the naked eye, but actually exists. So they go to this adventure to find this island, which is somewhere in the Pacific Ocean. And once they arrive there, they find a lot of people that through the centuries arrived there. And then they start, they say, the hike to get to the top of this mountain, which represent the self-realization or heaven, or whatever you think is the most subtle, etheric nature of our being. And it is an amazing little book. It's really a book that you can read in an afternoon, but I found very special. And therefore, it inspired my composition for this album that now is released and available on all platforms.
Nice. Before we watch your latest video, what is the other part of your life? So, professor in what? I love that. I love that your passion, in music, but your day job is not.
My day job is I'm a professor in science. Actually, I'm a nutritionist and specialize in aquaculture and fish nutrition. And my true specialty is actually fatty acid metabolism. So all the omega-3 that we eat, all those kind of things. I'm a biochemist nutritionist. That is my day job. And in reality, I also have a senior role within my faculty. So I'm the dean for the science of engineering, the faculty of science and engineering and built environment. And that, let's say, is my mundane job during the day. That's what I'm doing to pay the bill. And actually, to be honest, it's a job that I love.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I also cultivated a passion for music since very early age. And only recently, about last 2 years ago, I decided that I want to stop hiding my music aspiration and ambition and love. And I just went extremely public. And independent from the fact, I thought that could be a clash for my profession, because normally I wear a suit and a tie, I'm a professor, and I need to have my serious face on. The response I had was extremely positive from all my colleagues and friends and students, because everybody can see that, there's nothing wrong in having a big passion and loving music. The music I've done so far is mainly, let's say, on the instrumental, more classic, but I also like jazz and funky and heavy metal. I love all, and I do all sort of music. Right now I'm recording like a disco piece with a colleague of mine that she sings beautifully. So I found extremely relieving for me to just go public and say, hey, this is me. I'm not hiding anymore. I'm a professor, yes, and I also love to make music.
Hang on, you haven't heard Emily yet. Tell me, did the show help you to kind of come out of your shell and just tell the world that you compose music? Yes.
Yes, it was definitely a good. I mean, I already went public before I came to the show, but was a confirmation that there's nothing wrong in doing that.
Good.
And so it was useful for me, and was great to meet a lot of fantastic people during that show, which I attended last year and today as well.
And you are in Melbourne, it's just for everyone.
I'm in Melbourne,
we're neighbors,
yes.
So yeah, cool.
But we never met in person because of this lockdown, of course. Not yet.
Because it was locked down, we couldn't meet anyone, but in person. But we will do so. I'll come to the uni. Do you want to mention the uni? I mean, you can do.
Well, it's Deakin University, which is a large university here in Melbourne, in Victoria, and it's actually a good employer. I can't complain.
Perfect. So Deakin, if you listen to us, we need sponsor for the next season. So perfect. Let's Craig, when you're ready, let's watch Between the Diaphragm and the Cranium. Beautiful, beautiful. Do you have a message for us?
Well, I've seen you were asking the others about a message, and I've been thinking about what should I say, something smart, something clever. I might have too many messages, so maybe I don't send any apart from just try to be kind and happy. And thank you, Holly, for organizing this.
My pleasure, Giovanni. Thank you so much for being for popping in and being present always. Yeah, I love that. It means a lot for me, but as well the team. Thank you. Now, let's go to London a bit. Emily. Good morning to you. Very early morning to you. It's 1 o'clock?
It's 1 a.m. 1 a.m. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're still good and all good?
Yeah, I had a coffee about an hour ago, so that's kicking in. We're good. Yeah.
So we had you for a special show on Britain. That was in August last year, and we kept in touch and it was lockdown, and I think there was a lot of emotion going on. I personally love your voice. I love your music. I think you're exceptional, and we're gonna hear you. You had an exclusivity for us, so we're gonna hear one song of your new EP today. Here, Nobody Knows Me. Can you tell us a bit about that birth of this new EP? So, what has happened and how that has come together? And I think that it's filmed as well in Super 8, I think, in kind of the old-fashioned way. So, tell us a bit about that.
Well, the songs I wrote, I don't know when I wrote the first one, probably 2015. So these songs have been kind of coming together for, what is that? My maths is bad, 6 years. Yeah. And I have, 600 plus demos, stuff I've written on my own, stuff I've written with other people. So picking songs to release has always been quite difficult. That's why I only started releasing music in 2017. I've been doing it a lot longer than that. So these songs came together. I don't really know how I chose them. Honestly, it felt like it kind of all fell into my lap. Once I made the decision to put a piano acoustic EP together, everything felt right. Every decision from then on felt right. I got a good friend who has played on my debut single and the second single I released. He's an amazing pianist, Danny Wallington. I just kind of sent him sketches of the songs and said, can you please do a sparkly bit here and maybe slow it down for this section? And he just sent me back all this piano. Obviously we were in lockdown, so I couldn't meet him to do a session. Got this beautiful piano back, did the vocals kind of back to back over 4 days, and then I learnt to mix it myself. I sent it to, again, a good friend who I respect so much for his, he's a mix engineer, that's what he does. But what he sent me back wasn't right. So I said, okay, I think this is time for me to learn to do it myself. So all in all, it's probably about a year in the making. It wouldn't have happened without lockdown. I've learned an entirely new skill in the process. And yeah, the footage is very intimate footage that no one would ever see me like this.
This part of your trip in Scotland?
No, this was down in Cornwall in September last year. Yeah, I mean, there's bits from kind of all over, but it was shot between September and January. And yeah, I feel like I wrote the song in LA. This was in 2019. Here Nobody Knows Me was written, just sat on my own in LA. And I think whilst the video isn't me in LA or palm trees or blue skies, it's a view of me that nobody sees. And I think is that feeling of safety in anonymity, and also like the intimacy of self. I don't know, that sounds quite contrived, but that's what my brain told me to say, so there you go.
It's nice. Without waiting, Craig, if you want to put, and we'll have a chat after that.
I'm this, and I'm the opposite. I'm a contradiction, babe. Truth is, I'm scared that I can fit into all of it and I'll lose my way. Blue skies, palm trees, no surprise, they're just what I need. Warm air and that California breeze, no goodbyes, they're just what I need. Sitting alone by the side of the road here, nobody knows me or where I've been. Getting a grip of the headspace I'm in, am I feeling lonely? Or could I be reliving the past yet again? Sometimes the ends catch up to beginnings. I heard you should bend in the window. The west brings it in. Here nobody knows me or where I've been. I thought about calling you, but I think it's to prove that I'm okay. You told me I've nothing to lose. Everything I do will lead the way. Blue skies, palm trees, no surprise, they're just what I need. Green eyes, shining, you're surprised that I'm hard on me. Sitting alone by the side of the road here, nobody knows me or where I've been. Getting a grip of the headspace I'm in, and I'm feeling lonely. Or could I be reliving the past yet again? Sometimes the ends catch up to beginnings. I heard you should bend in the window. The west brings it in. Here nobody knows me or where I've been.
Wow. To be honest, it's very difficult for me to speak after this song. I don't know why, but it triggers a lot of emotions. But thank you. It's absolutely.
That's lovely to hear, because it contains a lot of emotion. So yeah, if it's an emotional feedback loop, that's good for me.
Just have a man with emotion. All right now.
Good.
So we talked about lockdown, and we talked about the show, with you, and how it triggers as well. Can you, because you say something lovely about, when we connected and after the show, that the show triggered something in you. Do you want to talk about that?
I mean, I think before lockdown, living in London, everything is go, go, go. And, the rise and grind lifestyle. And when we connected, everything had kind of changed. I was in the countryside. I was, in a new relationship, a new mindset, a new everything. And just the fact that you reached out, and it reminded me that kind of anything is possible, and that I had time to focus on myself in a way that, I'd been trying to give all my ideas to other people. I've been trying to write for other artists. I've been trying to, sorry if you can hear my flatmate's dogs. I don't know if you
No, we can't.
they're going crazy at something. I mean, if I said something specific, I don't remember what I said, but thinking now as to what it did for me, it really did just kind of give me that boost of, okay, like somewhat people believe in you. They believe in what you're doing, just do it. So yeah, I mean,
nice.
If that's the takeaway.
Message, a little message for the world, for I don't know, or anyone you want to send a message, or?
I think what I am trying to do at the moment is stay present. I've been very much in the past, thinking about the future, planning, worrying, overthinking. I love that this whole episode started with a brief meditation. I will be using that. Just be present, just be in the moment, and yeah, I think that's where it all lies.
Nice. Thank you, Emily. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
A pleasure. And invite everyone to go to your to Spotify or platform to listen to your new EP. There's this beautiful song, but there's also some other beautiful songs. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Stay with us. We got more. I'd like to speak to Kate, and I'll introduce you to Kate because nobody saw Kate before. You have to unmute, darling. Excellent. So yeah, Kate,
being the mysterious artist.
The mysterious artist, yes. Kate is behind most of our promo. Yes. And she uses a technique to do all the thing, and she's done 5 pieces for us. Come on. Yes. Can you talk 2 things? One is your technique. What are you doing? 2, what is it to work with me, and to the collaboration, and 3, what's happening in your mind when you are creating, this beautiful piece?
You don't want to know what's going on in my mind when I'm creating these pieces for you, Olivier. There might be a bit of cursing, Olivier. Damn that Frenchman. No, before I start rambling, I just want to say what a disgustingly talented bunch of human beings you've brought together. I'm sorry for not being present. I have listened to bits and pieces, but you all make me sick. Well done. Really well done for all of you. So what were my questions again? What I do? Analog collage sometimes.
Yeah. So what is it? To explain the process.
Oh, God. Well, first of all, I go, oh, my God, I've got the best idea ever. Yes. Then I start trying to create it in the world. And then I go, oh, no, this isn't working. I'm dumb. And then I go, no, hold on a second. This is good. I am a genius. And then I go, no, I'm a child. And then it all works out. So I cut out things that I like with the scalpel. And I have to wear glasses in case the scalpel snaps and blinds me. It's very dangerous. But this is one of they're all my favorites. But for example, I just found all the elements that you needed, which were very challenging at times. Like I'd get this phone call or a message, Shali, can you please make me some art with a shark and a kite surfer? And I'll stop doing the accent now. And I'm like, yeah, sure, no worries. I'll find a kite surfer and a unicorn that shoots rainbows out their butt. And then you'd be, oh, Shali, can I have some fish? And I'm like, yes, you can have some fish. I'll find some damn fish. So I'd have a nervous breakdown, and then I'd be really happy at the end of it all. And it was a great challenge throughout lockdown to give me something tangible to do, and then the process of transferring it into digital format, because we didn't see each other throughout the whole process, even though we live, 15 kilometres away from each other. So lots of posting at the post office, and of course I did do a small amount of digital work. But yeah, it was very symbolic of combining these seemingly random elements that you'd piece together for your shows. It was like I was doing a symbolic visualization of that, but it worked every time. Like, who's going to think that fish and ballerinas and music is going to go together? But it totally did.
It did.
It was one of my favorites.
Yeah. One of my favorite is the American one, but it's just, this one is probably because it's your first one as well.
Yeah. Well, there was always teething, there's a process for that, but we found our feet, and I felt that I found that sort of theme
balance
that we were going with.
Yeah. So looking at the future, we're looking to sell your digital pieces via our website.
Yeah.
So that's going to be, let us a bit of time, but it will come to pieces. And so can you explain your idea? And yeah, we'll kind of make it happen. But
I think we were talking about donating a percentage of whatever we sell to certain charities that represent the guests.
Yep.
And stuff like that. But we were going to maybe develop that idea, whether we had an auction or sold prints or whatever. But, I've been watching Cristina for years. Like, I remember watching her when I was younger, and I'd love to donate to her, get her back on the boat. And, the rest of us are kind of starving artists. So, we're all rich. But yeah.
Lovely. Do you have a message for us? Do you want to...
I've got lots of messages. But aside from telling...
rainbow from Unicorn.
Yeah. Sorry about that. No. I mean, everyone here's already making stuff. I have stalked you all on social media and had a little listen and a look, and it's all brilliant. And I think we all know the importance of just making stuff, not necessarily art. We don't all have the desire or skill or the talent to, do what you guys do, myself, of course. But, just make anything. Make a garden. Build something out of wood. It doesn't matter. Put your heart and soul into it. Express yourself. You don't need to write beautiful music and make amazing art to express yourself. Make art, even if it's shit. Just make it. Just do it. Go and do it.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you. Beautiful.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon.
I'll speak to you later.
As a transition, we're gonna have it. I know she's not on the show. Probably too late in France. But Craig, if you want to put just 1 minute something of Elitsa, DJ Elitsa.
Ça brille, ça réchauffe, ça pique les yeux. Ça envoie des centaines de lucioles tout là-haut, au firmament. Ça s'allume d'un coup, et ça éclaire le monde et la vie différemment. Nous on a craqué l'allumette pour l'étincelle de nos débuts. On a alimenté ce foyer de tous nos excès, de nos abus. On s'est aimé plus que tout, seul au monde dans notre bulle. Ces flammes nous ont rendus fous. On a oublié qu'au final, de tout, ça brûle. Je t'aime. Je t'aime. Je t'aime. Je t'aime. Je t'aime. Je t'aime. Plus fort que je peux. Je t'aime. Et je fais de mon mieux.
Yeah. I'd love to be there, but thanks, Elitsa. Thank you for this little video. We've got some guests as well who couldn't make it. Craig, if you want to show their messages to us, there's Mark Atchison from Crisis Heroes.
G'day, Ollie, and to everybody listening. Ollie, thanks for letting us provide an update, us being Crisis Heroes, or what you formerly would have known as Crisis Heroes. In an exciting development, we will now be rebranding to call ourselves Help at Hand. Why we did this, Help at Hand resonates more with the everyday request. Crisis Heroes, the name served its purpose, and it served a lot of people too, but Help at Hand is the next era, the next version, the 2.0. We had a little bit of a break as I moved back to Tasmania, but really ready to get out there and give it another go. So for all those wondering, Help at Hand is an online platform empowering everyday people to lend or request a hand. So that can be walk somebody's dog, drop off some errands, a friendly online chat. It's empowering people that never thought about volunteering to think about volunteering in a different way. Ollie, thank you for your ongoing support. From day one, you were there. Congrats on the success of Talent Punk. And yeah, look forward to continuing to tune in. Thanks, everyone. Cheers.
Hey, to Talent Punk and all you intelligent people out there, keep inspiring all of us through your podcasts and hard work there. Excited it's your 1 year birthday. Have fun and keep inspiring people. Talk soon.
Thank you, Geoff, and we'll definitely follow you on your next adventure. Now, Nico and Nina. Nico and Nina, you've been so patient.
Hi everyone. Happy anniversary to Talent Punk, and thank you for having us.
Yeah, it's an honor to me. Actually, Nico was in the first Talent Punk. I wasn't there, and it's an honor that you invited me.
It's an honor to have you as well, Nina. And we going to listen to your voice as well very soon. Nico, what can I say? I mean, you know, you when we message each other, every time you say, you know, familia, family, and it feels like it. It feels that we've never hug each other, just virtually, but it feels that we are family. You're the most kind, sweet person I've ever met. You've let us having one of your piece of music being, you know, representing the show. You've always been there. When I ask you some stuff, you always, thank you so much. Muchísimas gracias. So we're connected. You're in Chile right now. What time is it there? 17:30.
8:30. It's like it's 8:30 p.m. almost.
Cool. So you're a music composer, you're a producer, you're doing video clips as well. And your wife, Nina is an artist. You've just wrote a book.
Yeah, I just released my first book, the name Montaña del Norte, that is the Northern Mountain.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. I can't believe it. Really, I can't believe it because I never thought in my life that would be happen something like this. Never. So I'm happy, and I would like the book is travel to all of the world, and everybody knows about the book, and translate to many language. So
what's the book about?
The book is about two girls, a Chilean girl that traveled to London, and she fell in love to another woman, an older woman, and they start a travel, internal travel, like a soul travel, between these girls, and ends. I can't tell the end because the end is the whole book. So
okay, don't tell.
I still have to tell you. So like this, that is a love story about two women.
Yeah. So can we buy the book online, or is it available?
Yeah.
Okay.
Buy the book in 72 digital platforms.
Okay.
If you want the book, like physical book, it's in Spanish right now. It's not in English. But if you want it, you can write me. And
I'd love a signed copy.
Yeah, of course.
And if you send me a signed copy, I'll send you a signed copy of this one.
Okay, perfect. I love it. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, that's our new swag, our new branding, guys. So this is hopefully we'll make a lot of them.
Very cool. Yeah, I like it. Of course, I want to translate to an English because all the whole story is in London.
Yeah.
So it will be great that people in.
Emily, do you speak Spanish?
Sorry?
Emily speaks Spanish.
Mañana.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. We speak Spanish. That's our native language, but we try to speak English the best that we can. And the people that speak English try to speak Spanish the best they can. So that's life. You have to, don't worry about it. If you don't speak great one language, you can embarrass it about it. It's like, okay, I don't remember that word, or help me. I think it's the best thing to know the people around the world. When you travel around the world, it's like this. You speak English, you speak Spanish, you speak French, and everybody understands each other if you want it. So if you don't speak, it doesn't matter.
So what do you? So I know you're an artist as well. So so you wrote that book, but what's kind of art you're doing as well?
A part of being a writer.
Yeah.
I'm a paint artist. I'm photographer. I'm DOP, that is the director of photography.
Yeah.
I'm a filmmaker, and I'm a producer. Yeah, I have a lot of things in my life.
Yeah, I imagine. If you want to pop your on the chat to everyone your Instagram link so that everyone can follow you. What conversation do you have between you two when you are at home? Is it?
We talk about normal things like like I don't know.
No, we sometimes we can we can be a part of that. It's our life, it's our lifestyle at the end. So we speak about music a lot. Yeah. We speak about music, but like studying music, how it sounds, what the voice or what the sound introduce some song, or what the song it looks like, movies. We talk about a lot of art. I think but it's part of natural of our home.
Are you involved in all each other's creation, or?
Not in
sometimes.
Yeah, we try to maintain nuestros espacios.
Our space, our relationship.
Yeah. First 5 or 7 years we worked together as a filmmaker, and she was a DOP, and really is a very intense relationship when you work and you are a couple. And with the years, we learn to maintain our spaces, creative space.
It's the best.
But always we're collaborating. She makes my almost every pictures of my cover albums. She always advised me to speak more with people in front of cameras, because my styling.
Yeah, it's very important when you say or when you do some music and you want to share with the people, and the people do you want to understand, not just the music. Understand who you are or what way you want to express about it. It's important how you dress or how you express that. So that's why the last EP album of Nico, I be there with in some things. I couldn't avoid it.
Well, let's listen to the piece you sent me this week, Craig, made especially for us. Thank you. Beautiful. You're on mute, my friend.
Thank you. You can watch the video clip we made in the last year in lockdown situation. We salimos.
Yeah, in the quarantine, we go to the beach. The beach was nobody in the beach, and we recorded the video clip.
Yeah, it's a beautiful video clip. So yeah. And can we talk about it? We did. You asked me to do something for you and to send you something. You send me something, and you asked me to send me something.
Yeah, of course. Talk about.
No, not talk about it. When is that coming?
Well, I'm working on a new EP with a friend, a very good friend of mine. I consider my brother, Dejalum.
Who was on the show, the previous show,
The previous show. And we're working on a new EP. It's called Future Nostalgia. And we invite to Oli to speak a poem in French. So this EP will be released next month for enjoy to the people.
Nice. Well, there you are. So if you want my voice.
Yeah, it was very, very good resultados.
The result?
Result? Yeah, ready?
Yeah.
Did you have to mix a lot or?
Tonight, later.
Oh, exclusivity. Thank you so much. Do you have both of you? It's lovely to have you both. Do you have a message for us?
All the message that I have all the partners here, I have to say, very beautiful, very inspired. What everyone said. What say Cristina? What say Emily? Giovanni? There are very important messages for nowadays. For the days that we are with quarantine in Chile, we are all on quarantine yet. The life for all the planet, it changed completely. Nothing is the same that it would be 2 years ago. So the message of the other people here are so really, really inspiring for me personally. And I really appreciate it. And I'm gonna add another thing, like do it whatever you want. You don't know when the life gonna change in your life or in the world. So do whatever you want. with if you do something, do it with passion, with not afraid to anybody, with not afraid to yourself, because sometimes we have afraid of ourselves. So let's do it. Let's flow it.
Nice.
And my message, I think, is be grateful. Just be grateful for everything we have, the present moment, the breathe, I don't know, life, music, arts, connections, beautiful human beings like you, Oli, that I am very grateful to connect with you and interconnect all the very beautiful human beings around the world. This experience for me is very unforgettable, I think, experience since we met each other and connect. I am very motivated to be creative, still doing music. I don't know. Just thank you. Gracias. Muchas gracias. And happy anniversary. And I hope que sean muchos más.
There are many more.
Many more, yeah. Muchas
gracias.
This is just the beginning.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you, muchas.
Hey, Emily, I love your music. I have to say, I'm sorry, but I love your music. You're an amazing artist. I really love your music.
You guys should. So sweet. Thank you.
You should collaborate.
We should make something. Yeah, let's make something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it would be so an honor. And
let's do it. Let's do it. Easy. That's fine.
Yeah.
Nice.
It will be an honor, really. And
for me too. Let's do it. So yeah, I'll send you a message. You send me a message. We'll make it happen.
Oh, nice. Love that.
Cool. Nice. And all of you are so creative person, and it made me so laugh, Kate. I have to say it. It made me so laugh and say, this girl rocks. Really, really, yes. Really. We have to meet each other, because you do like collage work, but it's so like a world, like a plan in the world.
And Olivier can testify that I'm actually like that all the time, like in real life.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much. What do you say, Olivier? I love your. What did you say last time? Something about my enthusiastic energy.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I'm.
It's full on. Yeah, it's full on, but in a positive way. You know, you're like it's like a dynamite, but you don't know how to trigger it. But when you trigger the right way, I think it's great.
Thanks. I'm learning.
For Giovanni too, and Cristina. Oh wow, Cristina with the sharks. You can imagine that with the sharks. It's amazing. And I say all the people that you reunited is they are great people, and I say congratulations, happy anniversary, happy birthday, happy whatever we say in the word, cumpleaños in Spanish. And that's why I say thank you for inviting me, independent of Nico Orion, because all the people are here are such amazing. We can reunite it in person sometime.
We will. I mean, when we'll do that one day. We'll have to. Before we finish that show, I really want to shout out and for us to watch the new video of indigenous rapper from Australia. His name is The Boy of Many Colors, and Coedie. Can't be on the show because he's going to be a dad. But Coedie, thank you so much. We'll share his video, and it's called When a Tree Falls. Yeah, he's amazing.
buildings crumble down into the ground, will I be around? When a child dies in custody, will you block it out or will you get loud? When it's all done and gone, are you here for the one that all? Show me what you live for.
Let me take you back. Walking back through the foot tracks. People always trying to tell me never look back. I wish the past never happened, but we're here now. The only thing that I can do is try to heal ya. Before moving on, you gotta know where you came from. That's why I'm learning all my lessons from the ancients. They told me young, but the boy have patience. Slowly but surely, this cruel world's are changing. Feel like aliens invaded. Now we're living in the cities they made. It took our whole world away, and still it will stay. Adapting to the darkness and the wickedest ways. Learned a new language, adopted how to behave. Now people claiming when we fuck up, we just trying to be black. But all the drinking and the stealing and the thieving and the violent attacks was something we was taught by the whites. Man, how rich is that?
When the tree falls in the rainforest, no one's around, don't make a sound. Shh. When these buildings crumble down into the ground, you won't be around. When your child dies in custody, block it out, don't you get loud. Shh. When it's all done and gone, you just here for the one, not the all. Show me what you live for. Come with me to the trees, so we can listen to our heartbeats. This my garda connects us all. We swim in her sea of emotions. Our ancestors, they've seen many things. They're watching, they weep, and they remind us of who we are. We are the voice in now. Future ancestors stand proud. We are the voice in now. Future ancestors stand proud. We are the voice in now. Future ancestors stand proud.
What's it gonna take? How many days? How many hearts must break? How many ways must we say what we're trying to say? How many trees must fall? How many creeks must dry before you will see us so? Oh, oh, the original people, just trying to be equal, just trying to be free from all of the greed of all of these evil. Oh, I see you, and I feel you, and I hope, yes I hope, you can see me.
When the tree falls in the rainforest and no one's around, does it make a sound? When these buildings crumble down into the ground, will I be around? When a child dies in custody, will you block it out or will you get loud? When it's all done and gone, are you here for the one that all? Show me what you live for.
When the tree falls in the rainforest, no one's around, don't make a sound. When these buildings crumble down into the ground, you won't be around. When a child dies in custody, block it out, don't you get loud. When it's all done and gone, you just here for the one, not the all. Show me what you live for.
Come with me to the trees, so we can listen to her heartbeat. This my garda connects us all. We swim in her sea of emotions. Our ancestors, they've seen many things. They're watching, they weep, and they remind us of who we are. We are the voice of now. Future ancestors stand proud. We are the voice of now. Future ancestors stand proud. We are the voice of now. Future ancestors stand proud.
Thank you, the boy of many colors. This is the end of the show. So I'm gonna blow that candle. It's one. I got a little muffin, and happy birthday to us.
Happy birthday!
So I'd like to thank you, everyone, and particularly, and I'm going to go through all the names: Andrea, Lauren, Mikael, Ozzy, Bill, Paul, Robbie, Aubrey, Laurie, Lars, Agathe, Vincent, Wendy, Caroline, Elitsa, Emily, Alexis, Marcel, Cristina, Nuno, Nico, Haley, Mark, Jill, Giovanni, Geoff, Jen, Coedie, Roger, Brandy, Suki, Zedine, Valentino, Sheena, Will, Brett, Pablo, Liz, Hazel, Jenny, Lydia, Pascal, Geoff, Alex, Dejalum, Alucina, Lily, Luxaltius, Kate, Robin, The Postman, my team, Karen, Joe, and Craig. Happy birthday, Ubuntu. And long life to us and to us all.
Long life.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Craig. Thank you, Ho.
Nice
Joe.
to meet you, everyone.
Talk to you later.